Hi, this is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden, and my real name is Angela B. Chrysler. I was watching my last video, and I noticed something, and I had a perspective shift while watching my video, and I realized that I was feeling the defense here, but I was speaking from the heart here with anger. Anger. It's as if identity is located in the green chakra, and the defense system is located in the throat chakra and in the heart chakra. Intuition is grounding. I know that. Intuition is grounding. That puts her at the root. And conscious awareness. Solar plexus. Conscious awareness. Fear. Oh. The fear system is the sacral. The subconscious eye is the third mind. The subconscious mind is the third eye. Intuition grounds you. Sacral. Fear system. I'm wondering if the fear system is in the grounding and it's intuition who is sacral. There it is. That's the inconsistency. I felt it switch. All right. So intuition is sacral energy, and the fear system is grounding. There it is. So it goes fear system, which explains why the legs are affected when we're afraid. Intuition is sacral. Conscious awareness is our solar plexus, or is conscious awareness the third eye? Conscious awareness is the third eye. Conscious awareness is the third eye, people. And identity is known. Identity is heart. That one was easy. That's the heart chakra. The defense is definitely there in the throat chakra. The defense. The subconscious mind would be, come on, Anna, you know the answer to this. I do. I'm just taking my time getting there. Solar plexus. Subconscious mind is solar plexus. Guilt. Why can't I figure out the cognitive core? The guilt is solar plexus. That's why we feel it in our gut. Guilt is solar plexus. Where does that subconscious mind go? Occam's razor. I'm using the wrong term. Subconscious mind. The whole unit is the subconscious mind. What is it? I found an inconsistency in my theory. I knew it was here. I wasn't ready to dig deep enough. Now I am. All right, let's do this. The subconscious mind, technically speaking, is the entire kit. It's everything. It's the identity. It's the throat chakra. It's all of it. It's the conscious awareness. The subconscious mind is literally the umbrella. Now you've dug deep. So what is it? It's something we haven't identified before. I created the cognitive core. What is that person who walks around dictating everybody? Who is he? He's the one with the agenda. Is that ego? Ego. Ego. I'm surprised no one's ever asked me. I talk about identity all the time. That's id. I never mention ego. Not once. Because I don't know what ego is. I haven't been able to figure it out. I have been through ego many times. I can't figure it out. I do not understand ego. It's really interesting. I have been talking about psychology for 9 months, and not once have I mentioned ego. Because I don't. It's my crux. It's Latin. Ego. A person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. A boost to my ego. I looked there. I was thinking that that's where it was. But it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So no, it's not right. Because we confuse arrogance with ego. And it's not. Arrogance is not ego. It's at the end of Ayn Rand's anthem. It was the last word. Ego. No. In philosophy, it means something different. That's my inconsistency. That's the inconsistency. Why would psychology fuck this up? Because it didn't study philosophy. That would be Freud's fault. Freud was not a philosopher, so he did not know that ego was already defined by a philosopher. Listen to what the philosophy says. In metaphysics, a conscious thinking subject. Psychoanalysis. The part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious and is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity. That's conscious awareness. That is ego. Ego is conscious awareness? Yes, it is. Ego is conscious awareness. Ego? Oh, I've been calling ego is conscious awareness. Huh. Hi. I found you. I am ego. Oh, this changes anthem. I am ego. It's self. Ego just means the self, the conscious self. It's you. Why are we the last to know it? That's what I've been trying to do, is ego has no place in the subconscious mind. I've been ripping it apart for a while, trying to figure it out, going, okay, there's no logical, I've got everyone's, I feel like I have this person standing there who's really important in the script, and he's going, okay, where do you want me? And I'm the director going, who the hell are you? And he's like, I'm the main character. Literally, I'm the main character. And I'm looking over the script going, I don't see you. No, you're not here. Are you sure you're in the right place? And he's just, I'm the main character. Like, it's me. And the bouncer is just going, yeah, you're not on the list. And it's because ego isn't in the subconscious mind. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Ego does not exist in the subconscious mind. Ego is you. Ego is the conscious mind. We are ego. That's powerful shit. I gotta reread Anthem. Oh my God. In psychology, Freud teaches that ego is a part of the subconscious mind. In philosophy, the ego is part of the conscious mind. So it's not even in the inner workings. Watch this. Every piece of traditional psychology that's being used today is based off of the theory that Freud defines ego as being a part of the subconscious mind, but it's not. In philosophy, where psychology was fathered, ego is part of and is the conscious self. It's you. But only philosophical psychology understands this fact. The core father of modern psychology fucked up. And all of modern psychology is based on the fuck-uppery of the father of psychology. And they want to know why they're getting it wrong. Because the ego isn't a part of the subconscious mind. The ego is you. Welcome to perspective psychology, which is actually a branch of philosophy. So we read psychology differently over here. We don't answer to NIM. We don't go over what the government dictates we all should be because they're just trying to keep us sick. No, our philosophy is ethics-based, off of the good of mankind and bettering society. So the ego is very much you and who you are, the conscious awareness. That is the self-sailing system. It's your ego. God, it feels good to say that. Your identity and your intuition. Ego means God. God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. It's a metaphor. The whole Bible is a metaphor. God the Father is the ego. God the Son is the identity. And God the Holy Spirit is intuition. Ego is who I was missing. Son of a bitch. The subconscious mind is super ego. The subconscious mind is superego. And according to psychoanalysis, the part of a person's mind that acts as a self-critical conscience, reflecting social standards learned from parents and teachers. Booyah! So here's how it works. You have your 3 life titans. You have your identity. You have your ego. And you have your super ego. That's fucking right. We're going to translate these now for you. We're going to translate these now. The id is identity, and the ego is conscious awareness, and the superego is the subconscious mind. The superego is absolutely in charge with a single agenda. The agenda is to keep you safe. That's all it cares about. Preserve the ego, preserve the id. That's all the subconscious mind, that's all the superego does. It has a backup, a piece, a fear system that it uses to keep you safe. The identity, in turn, has a defense system, which is actually the throat chakra. It is your ability to defend yourself using your throat, using the power of your words, starting with manifestation. Manifestation is part of your defense, not just boundaries. You can manifest your own safety. That's what it's for. Spells, spell work. If you're stage 2 perspective, that's what they call it. Stage 4 perspective calls it voodoo. And stage 5 perspective calls it physics. And stage 6 perspective, they call it the energy. Physicists are stage 6. 7, 8, as they go up. Those are the different words we all use for our different perspectives. We're saying the same thing. We're just using different languages. 8 different languages. Are you ready to learn the languages? Because I can teach you. I can teach you the vocabulary of all the different perspectives so you can communicate. We're going to reverse the Tower of Babel. That's what we're going to do. And when we start to communicate, we're going to be able to really solve a lot of problems. This is just one big misunderstanding. This is just one big misunderstanding. I believe in the healing power of words. Now, this chakra chart. Subconscious mind is logical. It's the third eye. It requires logic. The subconscious mind is logical. The subconscious mind is logical. The subconscious mind, the super ego, is the third eye. I don't know what the crown is. I haven't been there yet. I have no idea what the crown is. Yes, I do. Ego is fear system, is grounding. That's the root chakra. Our intuition is the sacral. Our solar plexus. Intuition is sacred. That's sacral energy. Ego. Ego is the solar plexus. Ego is the solar plexus. Ego is the solar plexus. Identity. Oh, that's easy. That's heart chakra. The defense is the throat chakra. The defense system is the throat chakra. And the superego is the third eye. what I see. That's the alignment. When you're afraid, when you do my healing garden, when I take you through Triadic healing, we will need to literally cleanse all of your chakra. Once we cleanse all of the chakra and we unblock them, for instance, unblocking the grounding stabilizes your fear system. So you stop feeling fear. For the intuition, that's sacral energy. God, I wish I could figure out that top one. It's there. It's something. Imagination. Imagination. Future, past, present. Well, ego is the present. And identity. Identity is the past. The future is intuition. But imagination is creation. That's the stage. That's the 9th stage. Is creation. Through imagination. I saw that vision May 16 of 2022. I saw it so clearly. And all I could say that night was, imagination is creation. That's all I could say over and over again. And I managed to say that I am imagination, and that's all I could say. And I have not been able to articulate it until now. That we are missing one of our elements. I cannot believe ego. And I cannot believe imagination. You see, identity is on the past. She bases everything off of the past. Even her dreams are built on the past, but they're not coming from her. Where do the dreams come from? Maybe it's the summation of the whole. There it is. It is the summation of the whole. It's the integration. That's it. It's the integration. There it is. Once you integrate all of these, you go through all the perspectives. Triadic healing will literally put you through all the perspectives, if it's done properly, according to my instructions. So you can go from perspective 1 and move all the way up to perspective 8. possibly even perspective 9. But there's a couple caveats. My new word, caveat. The first one is it's not easy. If it were, everyone would have already done it. The second thing is there are going to be trials and tests. There's 2 particular moments, transitional periods, and the transitional periods are trial by fires. You see that at stage 5, and you see that again at stage 7. Stage 5 is brutal. Stage 6. Stage 3 was a nightmare. Oh my God. Stage 3, stage 5, stage 7. So when you pass into stage 7, it's humbling. Every stage has its own emotion that's primary. And for 7, it's humble. For 6, it's arrogance. Too much pride. 7 is humble. 8 is normalizing. 8, it's extraordinary. It's like being able to just look into everyone's mind and immediately going, oh, I know where they are in their growth. I know what language they speak. And then being able to soothe them and tell them whatever it is they need to hear so they can be safe. And I thought, imagine if we all could do this. And all we're trying to do is integrate all of these elements back together. I manifested integration. I wanted to be integrated. I overwished my wish. So I ended up integrating all of my elements. Ego. I am. Ego. Ayn Rand, you bitch. You beautiful bitch. People who make it to the 8th perspective have a real fondness for Easter eggs. And we leave Easter eggs for the 8th perspective all over the place. And a 6 and a 5 will find it. And they'll be like, oh, dude, look what I found. 5s and 6 are really good at noticing them and obsessing. But it's the 8s who go, yeah, we know what that is. The 7ths, you're so humble, you don't care. As I said, 7 is a hard one. So in 5, you find what you need. And then in 6, you just are obsessing about all the different Easter eggs, and you find more of them, and it almost becomes your cult obsession. And then in the 7th stage, you forget about them. You reprioritize. And when you reprioritize, you realize you really don't give a shit about all the conspiracy theories. And then stage 8, you look at all the conspiracy theories and you laugh because you realize it's a message to you, to anyone who reaches the 8th perspective. And suddenly, oh my God, this cat. This is why I love cats. And you know what he's doing? He's carrying around a blue spring. That's it. He says, I got a blue spring. I got a blue spring. That's it. He is very social. The cat is highly social. So, what was I talking about before the cat? When you get to the 7th stage, you are so humbled that you don't care about the conspiracy theories. But then you get to stage 8 and you realize that they were all just messages and code for people at perspective 8. The Matrix is filled with them. Ayn Rand is filled with them. Shakespeare is filled with them. It's hilarious. And oh my God, the Bible is my favorite. The Bible, the whole damn thing is a metaphor, but it's a metaphor only perspective 8s can read. And when you get there, you're like, oh, look at that. The Tower of Babel was never an actual tower. It was a metaphor for God status. They were trying to get to God. I get that now. They're trying to get to God status. They were at God status when they said, let's jarble up all of our communication by inserting perspectives. That makes sense now. The Roman history, going back in the history books, that's fun. That's when you start to see shit and you're going, oh, holy shit. It's just covered in level 8s, communicating to the next group of level 8s. And there's this massive web of conversation all happening between level 8s. And we're all talking. And it's funny because the 5s and the 6s are all like, oh, I found an Easter egg, man, and these are my conspiracy theories. But you got to cross into 7. 7 is the valley of shadow of death. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, ego created the heaven and the earth. It reads different. And ego said, let there be light. And there was light. And ego said, this is good. And the morning and the evening were the first day. It's extraordinary how different the Bible reads now. The Revelation is extraordinary to look at. That one blew my mind when I went back to it. And it's just like psychology and philosophy and spirituality and physics are just all coming together in my mind. And the more they come together, the more I realize it's all the same subject, people. It's all the same subject. It's all the same subject. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It's all the same subject, just at different perspectives. Music is looking at the same subject through frequency, and physics is looking through it. And literature is looking at it. They're all looking at it. And I'm just looking at it going, psychology, physics, philosophy, spirituality, history. It's all the same story. It's the story of us. That's another Easter egg. It's the story of us, people. All of us. It's our story. I'm receiving a message from the beyond. The message is, are you almost done? I'm going to write back to the subliminal purpose. And now I'm sending my message back to the beyond. Thank you so much for joining me. For more of this shit, this just made my week. For more of this shit, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for even more of this shit, subscribe to my newsletter. And if you really can't get enough of my shit, my masterclass, 8 weeks into the inner self, 8 weeks to inner peace. Thank you so much. It's all at my website, anashealinggarden.org. Links are below. 2 ways you can get into my class. You can either jump right in at Fuck Drama Fight, which is on my website, or you can follow the link below and book a call with me. Thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.